want to make a quick video for you on your Unit 1 test answers. That way you can check your answers. They've been graded for a while. They've been on Synergy. But just in case, like if you got like a 90 or something, you wanted to see what you missed, this way you can check it. Unfortunately, I can't go individually with each student over a test. I have over 100 students in all my classes total, so even like 10 minutes a piece would be 2 to 3 days, and I just unfortunately can't do that. But even in class, if we had a class in the classroom, I would hand these back and we'd go through them all together at once. So the only difference is it's on video. There is nothing to turn in on this video. There's no, you don't even have to mark that you watched it. There's no attendance on a Friday. This is just for you, that you can go through. Once I get all the tests in, I can do this, and the answers, you know, you can go through and check them. So this is just for your test to check. Now, these first ones I wrote here. Number 1, you've got to go in order. So 2 divided by 2 is first. So we did 14 plus 1, and then plus 4 times 2. Now I'm doing these step by step so that you can see. Then I multiplied, so I multiplied times 8 here. And now I just go left to right. 14 plus 1 is 15, plus 8 is 23. Okay, this one, you start with your parentheses. You can do them both at the same time. They're both parentheses. So 7 minus 6, I can't do the multiplication yet or the addition. But 3 divided by 3 is 1, plus 1 is 2. Now I can do the multiplication, so 1 times 4. And then I can do the addition, 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, number 3, you got to start in the parentheses before exponent, and then inside the parentheses, then the first thing is the exponent. This is not 6. Remember, it's not 3 times 2. It's 3 times itself, which is 9. And then 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now the next step that you can do, since you're done in the parentheses, is do the exponent. So I still have 3 divided by 3 times, or plus 4. And this is not because it's 2 times 2, it's because it's 2 times itself. Okay, now you can do the division, so it's 1, and then 1 plus 4 is 5. Okay, this one, here you've got a parentheses, and then you got an exponent on the outside, so you got to do your parentheses part first. So you got 4, and then, and I just copied everything else. Then I can square it, so it's not 4 times 2, it's 4 times itself, which is 16. Now I can do my division, which is 4 divided by 2, and now I can do my addition, which is 18. Okay, and then on these, simplifying them. Okay, so you can combine the x squares, and you can combine the x's. So negative 3x minus 2x is negative 5x, and then you still have your minus 8. Now what I did on these, if you got like negative 8x here or something, you just missed that one part. I didn't count the whole thing wrong. Each one I counted as a point, so that way it didn't hurt you if you just missed one little bit of it. But so each one of these was a point. You needed a positive 10x squared, you needed negative 5x, and negative 8. One thing about that is they could have been in any order. So, you know, you could have had a negative 5x plus 10x squared, as long as that's negative and that's positive, okay? All right, let's combine these. You could have 7x squared, because you combine these two things. And there's no other y squared. There's no other y. So that stays the same. And then negative 8 minus 3 is negative 11. So those 4 things there. This one, you can combine the 10xy, the negative 10xy, and the negative 3xy and get negative 13xy. And there's no other, well, let's combine the 7 plus 8, that's 15. And there's no other x squared. And then 2x minus 3x is negative x. Because 2 minus 3 is negative 1, so it's negative x. So those 4 things. And don't combine any of these, because none of them can be combined. That's where you stop. Okay, then the distribution, 4 times y and 4 times 3. Here you've got 5 times 2 is 10. Y times y squared is y cubed, because you got a y1 and a y2. And then 5y times this is, so you multiply the 3 times the 5, negative 15, and then the y is still there. So that's that final. Here you go across, so 12x squared. 3 times negative x is negative 3x. And 3 times 2 is 6. Okay. Here, these are the ones that you keep all the signs the same. So 2x squared plus, let's just rewrite this. So 2x squared minus 4x plus 3 plus 6x squared minus 2x plus 4. I kept all these signs the same. Now I can combine 2x squared and 6x squared. I can combine negative 4x and negative 2x. And I can combine 3 plus 4. Okay, and that's where you stop. Here you've got to change all the second ones. So the first one stays the same, 7y squared minus 2y minus 3. These all change, minus 4y squared plus 8y minus 2. So now I go through and combine. 7y squared minus 4y squared is 3y squared. Negative 2y plus 8y is 6y. And negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. Okay, then your multiplication here. This is where you add the exponents. So it's x to the 7th, y to the 4th, because you got to add 1 plus 3. This one you multiply the coefficients, 6, and then add your exponents to the 4th. Okay, this one I'm going to have to rewrite. Let's rewrite it here. So 4x minus 2 and 3x plus 5. So here we go. Do your 4x times 3x, which is 12x squared, because you're 4 times 3, and then x times x. And then do your 4x times 5, which is 20x. Okay. And then you got to do your, so you've multiplied this times both things. Now you got to multiply this times both things. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. And then you need to combine those two things. So 14x, because 20x minus 6x is 14x. Okay. Then number 17 was y minus 2 squared. So remember that's y minus 2 times y minus 2, because you square the whole thing. And now you do y times y, which is y squared, y times negative 2, which is negative 2y. So that's distributing that to both of these. Now you're going to distribute this, so it's negative 2y. And negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And then you can combine these two things. It becomes negative 4y. Negative 2y minus 2y is negative 4y. And there's your answer. 18 was 5y cubed minus 2y times 2y plus 3. Okay, so you distribute the 5y cubed. You get 10y to the 4th. That's 5 times 2. That's y cubed times y. And then 5y cubed times 3 is 15y cubed, because that's 5 times 3, and then the y cubed stays. So we've distributed that. Now we need to distribute this. Negative 2y times positive 2y is negative 4y squared. Okay, and negative 2y times 3 is negative 6y. And then there's nothing to combine. And number 19 is 7y minus 2 and 3y squared minus y plus 4. So you got to distribute this to every term in here. So 7y times 3y squared is 21y cubed. 7y times negative y is negative 7y squared. Because it's 7 times negative 1, that's negative 7, and then y times y is y squared. Then 7y times 4 is plus 28y. So I distributed that. Now I need to distribute this negative 2, so negative 2 times 3 is negative 6y squared. Negative 2 times negative y is plus 2y. And negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. And then I need to see what I can combine. I can combine this negative 7y squared and this negative 6y squared and get negative 13y squared. So there was no other cubed. There's these two. And then 28y plus 2y is 30y. And that's a squared, sorry. And then this is negative 8. Okay. And then the favorite movie, I enjoyed reading some of you guys. There was a couple I didn't know, had never heard of, so that's kind of neat. I also don't have a favorite movie. I have several. I would say Robin Hood, both the cartoon and the Prince of Thieves. I like, one of my favorites is My Fair Lady, and because I'm a huge Audrey Hepburn fan. And then Big Country is an amazing Western, my favorite Western. Of course, you know, Star Wars, the whole series there. And that, you know, I have lots of favorite movies, but those would be my top ones. So, oh, Life is Beautiful. Those that have my film class know that's best foreign film, probably one of the best written films. Just really enjoy that movie. That's about it. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Make sure don't feel like you have to don't turn anything in. You don't even have to mark that you watched this. It's just for you to check your test. All right, thanks guys.